Good afternoon, dear colleagues, and I invite to take the floor our Presidential Administration spokesman on ETO-related issues, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, and the actions in the ETO area during the last 24 hours are to your attention. In Lugansk area, the enemy violated ceasefire near Troitsky village, where the enemy used machine gun twice. In Donetsk area, in Lugansk village near Svetlodarsk, the enemy used grenade launchers 3 times. In the suburbs of Gorlovka, the epicenter of the military actions was Novgorodsky village, where snipers were active, and they also used RPC against our positions. Here, the enemy tries to use the landscape to maximally approach ATO positions, and the enemy has failed. Near Avdiivka, there was a fight against with the enemies, and the militants moved from Yasinuvata, and after half an hour fighting, they retreated. Near Krasnogorovka, there were 2 enemies shelling with the 82mm mortar. The situation in the western suburbs of Donetsk remains the same. Traditionally, the enemy's provocation are observed among the line of contact in this area. In Mariupol area, the biggest number of enemy's provocation was observed in Granitne. The enemy shelled a local park with 82mm mortars. The enemy controls the left bank of Kalmius River and fired with small arms and grenade launchers. Also, enemy provocations were observed in Novotroitsk and Shirokino. During the last 24 hours, in the course of the military actions, we lost 1 Ukrainian serviceman and 3 were wounded. According to the information of the intelligence service of MOD, after the rotation in the ranks of commanders of the occupation forces, the commanders cannot provide the cooperation among themselves, and this leads to the increase in the number of friendly fire incidents. The enemy servicemen fired each other. So 3 people were brought to Donetsk Oblast hospitals, and 3 bodies of the militants were delivered to the same hospital. SBU blocks the channels of financing of the militants and blocked the account of Dmitry Lyamin, who has been until recently so-called Minister of Energy, Coal and Industry. There were $64,000 there. So in Krasnoarmeysk and Donetchina, an explosive device was deactivated. It was found by a car owner near a garage, and due to a timely alert and the law enforcement officers and the correct actions of engineers, there were no victims. In Donetchina, they found an arms cache of one of militants' formation, and the arms cache was 0.5mm in the ground. They seized 2 anti-tank grenade launchers, 5 grenades, and more than 1,000 of 5.45mm cartridges. In the course of an investigation, it was identified that this arms cache belongs to a local resident in Girnik town, and this man joined the rank of the militants and planned to deliver arms and ammunition to the militants' checkpoint. In Lvivshina, there were some military training of National Guard, and they were working in pairs and then within the groups of 3 or 4 servicemen, and they completed their actions. Ukrainian servicemen help to children in front areas. They accompany children to the health institutions, and also volunteers provide some support to medical hospital, and there's also a mobile X-ray system from Lvov. And 33 servicemen of ATO are provided with medical help in this center, and X-ray will help the surgeons to provide assistance and help to our servicemen. If you have questions, please ask. Maybe some comments. Thank you, Andriy. Thank you all.